Greece's devastating refugee crisis, which has seen thousands flee Turkey to try and seek asylum in the EU, will only be resolved if one key thing is altered, former Labour frontrunner David Miliband exclusively told Express. The depths of the crisis has reached new heights this year with the combination of Turkey allowing refugees to travel over to Greece, as well as the coronavirus pandemic striking at the heart of the idyllic islands. Reports on how many refugees now live in Greece vary between 20,000 and 50,000, but the most harrowing statement is that those who have already made the terrifying trip to make it to the bloc, now face living in squalid, unsanitary camps, fit to truly hold little over 5,000. And although calls have been made by numerous humanitarian support groups, including the International Rescue Committee of which Mr. Miliband is president and CEO, concerns continue to gather momentum as to how a solution can be agreed. But for Mr. Miliband, the answer is not just about finding a breakthrough on discussions with the EU, Greece and Turkey, the key is actually going straight to the root of the issue of why refugees are fleeing their home nations in the first place. The former MP for South Shields said, "The truth is the crisis will only be resolved when the war in Syria is resolved, because every humanitarian emergency is at root a political emergency." That's important to be honest about that. Turkey is hosting more than 3 million refugees. 3 million refugees, I mean it's a country that is a little bit bigger than Britain in population, around 20% bigger, and it is homing 3 million refugees. It deserves support from the international system for that. The ongoing dispute between Turkey and the EU over how to home those fleeing war-torn nations throughout Africa and the Middle East erupted earlier this year, with Turkey allowing refugees to make the dangerous trips across the sea to Greece. Here, the refugees hoped, they would find a safe route to the bloc where they could seek asylum, yet the reality when they arrived was much different. The former Foreign Secretary detailed the exact horrors the travelers had found, including mass overcrowding, massive pressure on sanitary facilities and large numbers of unaccompanied children who had lost their parents. Mr. Miliband issued 3 major points he argues also need addressing for any form of reprieve to be felt, including the assurance that unaccompanied minors are taken to safety from the camps and that they are supported by foster families to ensure they gain an education.